two big influences musically are Duke Ellington and Charles Ives. And Ives, definitely, if people hear my music, some people often comment on this. They say, well, I hear that because I'm into, polytonality, and it's like I don't, for a long time, I haven't been worried about if a note works with another note according to a conventional sense of what they're supposed to. To me, it's like, well, that's interesting. Let's see what can happen next. If you put those two notes together, where can that go? And it's the same thing coming out of the improvisational consciousness, I guess. So I've even developed my own little concept. It's called flexology. I wrote a piece with that title, and it's meant to indicate that you can be flexible and malleable, both as a composer and a conductor, and how the band will work. It doesn't have to be pinned down. And as I often say, it's not that that's a totally unique concept either. It's just my way of thinking about how to embrace all of these things, make them loose and tight, structured and open to new ideas coming in at the same time. Most people with a big band, and this is most sane people, as they should be, if they say, okay, we're going to play an hour and a half set in a club or a 2-hour concert with an intermission, they basically know what's going to happen. I never really know. I have the tune set out, but I don't necessarily know what's going to happen within each tune. Some I know more than others. And so by the end of the night, I may say, well, gee, we're not going to be able to play the last two tunes because we spent too much time playing that other one. But again, as long as it's good music, that's fine. But I think I'm probably somewhat unique among conductors and band leaders. A lot of people would be a little more wanting to make it all work. And as anybody knows who's a musician or a follower of the music, there's a certain energy that will take off and just become something unto itself. And you better respect that, and you better sort of not stay out of the way, but become engaged with it so that it does its maximum benefit. We have a core group of people who have been very, very loyal for a long time. We have some people now who have almost the length of the band. That's their length of service. And many people who are at the quarter-century mark, and quite a few who are at the 20-year mark. And I like the elasticity. I like the way we have this sort of group mind about what we're doing. So I will often rewrite stuff rather than bring somebody else in. Not that I want to exclude anybody, but I really, the reason we can do what we can do is because we do have this group consciousness about how the music will go. And when a surprise happens, some people really, I've had this happen when I've had a sub who's maybe not totally tuned in, and they just look, it's like, what is going on here? The doors of the asylum have been let loose, and I don't want that. I mean, I want somebody who's going to be comfortable and enjoy it. And I believe this firmly. When you find people that you can play with, it's like when you have a partner in life or a good friend who you haven't seen in a while, but you get together and you pick up right where you left off talking. If you've got people like that, then I say, why not work with those people? Why not cultivate that? And then I think there's also the notion that everybody brings into and this is true of many situations in life, but I think it's particularly true of improvisational music. You bring your history. You come in with this huge amount of experience, which you then share, which you then learn from. And then as you're going, you evolve a new dimension to all of that. I think that's a lot of what's happened with Aardvark, is we've evolved new dimensions based on what various people bring in. We learn from that, they learn back the other way, and then we just keep building on that, and it moves along. It's very mysterious, actually.